Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I thought I'd go over my manga reading log for the last month. So it's kind of a May-June manga reading log. I just felt like this is a sort of video that I wanted to pump out at the moment because there's been a few things I've been reading that I thought you guys might be interested in seeing, that I'm reading this, or the sort of I'm enjoying this story, or something that I'm reading out of my collection that I haven't sort of done in a haul recently. Stuff I'm rereading, stuff I want to read, that sort of thing. So yeah, if this sort of video interests you, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know that you want to keep seeing these types of videos. But yeah, thank you for the support on the recent videos as well, by the way, guys. I really appreciate it when I see your comments, and it makes me really want to keep making videos for you guys. So if you do enjoy this video, maybe hit that like and subscribe button. But aside from that, I think maybe we'll just get straight into the video. Alright, so first up, the thing that I started off reading this month that kind of made me want to pick up a bit more manga, because I kind of saw it in my collection after I moved. Like, I've only recently moved all my manga to my new place, and that was Vinland Saga, because Vinland Saga is a bit of an oldie but goldie in my collection. I haven't finished it yet, like I haven't collected all the volumes, but I'm looking to eventually. And I kind of just went, you know what, let's give it another shot, let's just try and read it again, see if it is as good as I remember. And this first volume was definitely as good as I remember it. The art and everything in this just made me feel so refreshed, because I have been reading a lot of novels and a lot of other books recently, and I thought, I should probably get back into manga, because that's the sort of thing I felt like reading. And you know what, it was definitely worth getting into. Manga is something that I've always enjoyed reading, and Vinland Saga kind of rebirthed that in me at the current moment in time, because for a while there, I wasn't really reading anything, and for some reason, one day I decided to pick up Vinland Saga again, and it was definitely worth reading again. So if you haven't checked Vinland Saga out, I highly recommend you try it, because Vinland Saga is an absolute banger of a series. Next up, the next thing that I read this month was the first volume of Beastars. I'll probably write a proper video on Beastars at some point, because Beastars to me is just like, it's a really good manga. I won't say it's like amazing, like perfect. Like, I think Vinland Saga and a few other series that I've read are better than Vinland Saga. Are better than Beastars in my opinion. It is pretty good. I definitely think that Legoshi and all those characters are very well written, and from the looks of this first volume, I think that it will be way better than the anime ever was. So yeah, if you haven't tried Beastars and you're kind of shying away because of the characters being animals, I definitely say don't care about that, just go into it. It is a very good story, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. The next series, I can't stop hyping this one up for some reason on my channel. I always say about how much I love this manga since the first time it was in a manga haul, and that is Dandadan Volume 1. I really want to pick up Volumes 2 and 3, because this volume was just crazy, and Dandadan is like wild to me. I love Dandadan so much. I don't know why, but it's for some reason, it's just that series that I keep recommending to people anytime I talk to someone about manga. And I've only read it like a week ago, so hopefully I'm not like accidentally recommending the worst series in Shonen Jump to people. But if you haven't read Dandadan, it's pretty chaotic and a bit hectic, and definitely a lot of shonen tropey type stuff happens in it. But if you're looking for that sort of like, I don't know, not too deep to think and don't have to try too hard to follow it, Dandadan is definitely that series for you, because this thing is just full of like just crazy crap. Like, there's so much crazy shit happens in this. It's wild, and I would highly recommend it if you're a shonen junkie. The next series that I started reading this month was Moriarty the Patriot. Moriarty the Patriot, to me, I've always wanted to read it, because I think I've said this in a video before, I've always liked the aesthetic of Victorian England and that sort of era, Industrial Revolution type stuff. And Moriarty it is that. It's set in that time period, and it's the only time I've ever seen a manga really go into that sort of setting. Like, I really enjoy it when Japanese mangakas try and extend their reach into the Western world and through history as well, because I feel like it's a different perspective on something that we all know so well, which kind of makes it more interesting, if that makes sense. And the characters in Moriarty, I really think they're like awesome. I think they're super cool, and if you like good character design and like art style, Moriarty, definitely for you. And for the last physical volume that I read so far this month, and I probably will only read this as my last physical volume this month, that is Blue Period. Blue Period, I need to make a video on this on its own, because Blue Period is an absolute banger volume. This first volume is awesome, and I definitely need to go pick up the rest of it when I find them at a decent price, because I don't know about you, but these Kodansha like matte finished large volumes cost too much. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Blue Period was just one of those things where I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. And I just I thought I'd read a chapter one night, and I just read through the whole volume because it's just amazing, and it felt so genuine and so wholesome, but like relatable at the same time, because he's trying to discover where he wants to be, and that sort of thing is kind of where I'm at with my life as well. And it's just sort of a really nice story. So if you're into that sort of, I don't know, growing as a character and being able to see someone grow in front of you really easily, but also having a lot of challenges and a lot of like, I don't know what you call it, like philosophical explorations and stuff, existentialism, and still have it a little lighthearted, that would be Blue Period for me. So maybe if you're into that, please check this out, because Blue Period is definitely awesome. One of the series that I've been reading again on not Shonen Jump Out, but digitally, is Tokyo Revengers, because Tokyo Revengers to me, when that thing first was like getting hyped up before the anime and before the manga got physical releases, I smashed through like 200 chapters of that thing in like 3 days, because it was just amazing and I just couldn't let it go. Oh man, Tokyo Revengers is just an awesome manga, and if you haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend you check it out. It also has the anime, so check that out too, because Tokyo Revengers is just one of those things where I want people to like it. I want people to go see it, know how good it is, and know why I think it's so good. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely recommend you do that, because Tokyo Revengers is a banger series and it needs more hype, because not that it hasn't got enough, but it needs so much more, because it's so much better than what it's being hyped up as, in my opinion anyway. The last thing that I tried to start reading digitally this month was Chainsaw Man. Now, Chainsaw Man's one of those series where I feel like I'd like it better if I read it physically, just because, I don't know, there's something about it where I can't quite get into the story with digital volumes sometimes. Like, it has to really grip me for me to be able to read digitally. I just like being able to read a manga physically and have it in front of me and be able to sit and stare at the artwork for ages and just be like, oh my god, this is incredible. But with Chainsaw Man, I feel like that's something I need to do, rather than read it digitally. So you might see the first volume of Chainsaw Man in my next manga haul, if all goes well. But yeah, that's all that I've read this month. So if you like what I've read, or you have any more recommendations for me of series that I might enjoy because of what I've read, please leave them down below as well, because I really like seeing what you guys recommend me, and I also like seeing just generally any recommendations on anything. If you've got any anime you're watching at the moment, just tell me, because I really like to see that sort of stuff, and it gives me ideas on what I should be watching and reading as well. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a really good day. And yeah, peace.